Nah, I had my mic off mute. Nah, this is... Ay, ay, ay. This has been the biggest fail. Can you hear me now? I mean, please confirm. Nah, so got it. Anyway, so since there's not, well, I would say there's not much action, but these guys are right now. Yeah, welcome. Anyways, I'm gonna try and speak faster now to try and cover everything before anyone relevant start his lap. But yeah, right now the standings are quite close. I mean, we're gonna take a look quite quickly. Philip in first with 74 points after his 1 point. And in Japan, then we have Yom in second with McLaren, which he took an amazing win in Japan by not getting penalties and was able to beat the other Red Bull driver, Ares, who took second. And he has won 3 of the last 4 races, and he has finished consecutively 4 times in the podium. So this is going to be the fight for that is going to go on until last round, I believe, unless one of them fails really badly today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. In fourth we have Kodor with 41 points, so he's out of contention. I mean, he had really bad luck in Japan. He lagged out and he couldn't even I mean, he rejoined, but yeah, it was too late. And yeah, after that, yeah, we have Martin, Rataka left, so he doesn't count. 6 is Martin, Mashiro, Sancho in 8th, York in 9, and Elm in 10th. That's the top 10. And then in the constructors, as I said, they are 35 points behind, I mean McLaren, and they need basically to gain 7 points on the Red Bull if they want to be in contention for the last round. But yeah, that's standings covered. Right now, let's take a look on what lap everyone is doing. It seems like the McLaren are still on their out laps. The Haas are now on their laps, but I don't know if they are ahead of this Red Bull. Yeah, I believe so. But we're gonna stay with Philip because right now he's the man on pole and he's the one that can try and improve his time. As at the moment he improves by 1/10 in the first sector. He has Kodor in ahead, who is on a lap technically. So I think maybe Philip measured like he underestimated the gap he had or he overestimated the gap he had to the Renault. So hopefully he won't lose time with that, but it seems like their TL will be a factor here as Kodor is yes ahead. I don't know what time he's setting, but if the Red Bull is that close, I don't know if it's a good lap. But anyways, the Red Bull right now crossing through the second sector as he improves marginally. I think that Renault could be costing him a little bit of time. Let's see if now in this final sector he can gain by having a little bit of slipstream, but I don't think it will be possible. But anyways, let's see what time he sets. Cesares just behind. Well, actually, he's about to cross the first sector line. So as we can see, Kodor getting up to third, and meanwhile Philip improving his time, his current time. So we have the 2 McLaren. Well, actually, 1 McLaren ahead, which I believe it's Jump. So let's go with him and see what time he sets in the second sector. I have to say, a really nice run through there. I mean, you can lose a lot of time in the second sector and mainly in the castle section. The run is probably the most important part in the whole lap. We can see the McLaren locking up and he's improving by 6/10. So as I said, you can gain a lot of time in the second sector, and that's what's happening right here as Yom right now getting into the last couple of corners. Let's see what time he's able to set as. Oh, the other McLaren retired. I don't know if he retired in the pits or he just crashed in the castle section. I believe it was there because I can see green flags, so probably the incident is clear. And we can see Yom getting provisional pole right now with a 1:37.0, but what will Ares do? It seems like a 1:36. No, 1:37.1. Oh, I cannot believe it. Look at that. Exactly the same time as his teammate. Oh my god. Did you want... I mean, surprised because Ares was the one who did the lap later. So I don't know why he's in front. But still, so amazing to see. these two guys who have been quite dominant on the Red Bull are fighting right now for pole. So what a situation we have right now. So yeah, at the moment, no more action on track. Yeah, exactly. Well, the Mercedes is on an outlap, so we're gonna stick meanwhile. And I'm gonna try and read the comments to see if everything is going fine. As we can see, yeah, Robert Schwartzman saying nice lap from Philip. Then we have the official account from LFR on the chat supporting his driver, well, their driver, Lucas Cepeda supporting as well the eSport team. Plenty of South American people, so hola a todos, bienvenidos. And we can see there the I mean, I don't know what's happening there between the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes. I mean, the Alfa Romeo is not on a lap and the Mercedes might be on a lap soon, so I don't know what's the point of blocking the Mercedes, but we'll see. And Sargent has pointed out it's going to be a tight three-way battle at the front for the title. Yeah, I mean, the ideal situation for the final round would be Jom to win the race, or even to stick second. Maybe Ares, you know, winning the race, Jom in second and Philip in third. That would be awesome, you know, to see everyone like 1 point gap or 2 points gap. So I think it's going to be a really... It's just a shame we just have 13 drivers, because to be honest, the season itself has been quite good, and you know, such a good fight for the championship. You know, we should have full grid, but it's the way it is. But yeah, let's go with the Mercedes right now, going for a lap. Really bad run on the first corners. I mean, I could do better. No, I'm not trying to be arrogant, but right now going up to 7th, really important. I mean, the setup here is quite important, you know, to get really high speed, straight line speed, but also being able to get a good setup for the run through the second sector, you know, is quite important as well. As we can see, 15 people. Welcome to all of you. Bienvenidos a todos. And we can see the Mercedes locking up 34.5. That's too slow on the first sector. That's not a solid lap. I remember I did a 34.2 or 3 in F9. So yeah, taking that as a reference, not good at all. And we can see locking up into the castle section. That's not what you want, as he almost hits the wall. And right now, this fast left-handed corner, trying to keep the car smooth through there. He doesn't hit the curb, which you have to do if you want to gain time. 113.9, as I said, not a good second sector either, so not a good lap at all. But let's see how he manages to close. I mean, he doesn't have time to go into the pits and go for a new attempt, so this will be it. That will be his attempt on this quali. Hopefully it will be a good one, but it doesn't seem like it, as he's almost running out of ERS at the end of the straight, and he does a 137.9, which, to be honest, F6, quite a slow time for Baku. But I mean, 7th, it's not that bad. Let's see what he's able to do in the race. I mean, he has plenty of drivers behind who might improve, so he cannot be happy. I mean, he cannot be happy with that lap. Anyways, let's stick with Philip. He's the man who will try to beat his time and try to be ahead of his teammate and Jom. So let's see what he's able to do. About to start his lap. Oh, just over the line, over the curb, trying to get a really good run, and as we can see, just extending as much as he can his run through the track, getting a really good exit, which means a really good traction and a really good speed through this straight turn 3. Oh my god, I mean, I just love Baku. I mean, these corners are just so beautiful to see on board. And as we can see, I think he's going to be improving the first sector. No, he doesn't improve by 1/10, so not what he wants. But as I've said multiple times, the second sector is probably one of the parts on track where you can improve the most, or maybe the other way around. We can see one car went deep and couldn't make the castle section, but as I can see right now, not a bad run for the Red Bull. I mean, he could be improving, but oh my god, that snap at the exit. not what you want. Makes you feel less confident about the run through those corners, trying to go over there, but I think he lost time. I don't think the second sector is gonna be good. Right now, he doesn't, I mean, he improved the second sector, but still not enough. So let's see what his run is like on this last sector, but I don't think he's gonna improve his teammate time, and I don't think he's gonna improve, I mean, if he doesn't improve his teammate, he's not gonna improve pole. So let's see what he says. Doubt he improves, but anyways, 137. Oh, he goes directly into the pit. So as I was saying, not good enough. And let's stick with LFR Yom looking up there. I don't know what his time was through the first sector, so let's keep an eye on him on the second sector as he gets a really good run. He doesn't have a snap as the Red Bull did, so I have to say better run than Philip at the moment. But let's see what time he does. Let's go. Let's see how he goes. That's the way you have to do it. I mean, for sure he has to be improving. As he right now does a 112.7, improving by 3/10. That's insane. Let's see what Ares just behind does. 112.9. That's slow, 2/10 faster, but it's not gonna be enough because Yom is improving even more. And unless he has a really good run through the third sector, I don't think it's gonna be impossible to beat the McLaren. But let's see the McLaren crossing the finish line, and he does a 136.9, improving at the end by just 1/10. Let's see, will it be enough for the Red Bull to improve his time? 136.9, and he goes ahead by 22 thousandths of a second. Insane. What seemed impossible, what I didn't expect, he just did it. And Ares the King, as he proclaims himself, is starting in first for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Insane lap by the Red Bull. I don't know what happened to the McLaren on the final corner. I mean, such a shame we didn't look at it, because I don't know if he lost it or what, because losing 1/10 and a half or even more, because he was improving by 3/10, so losing 2/10 on the third sector unless he changed the setup or something, it's so unreal. So I don't know what happened there. I mean, we're gonna take a look into the race director just to see what happened, and more or less to see if we can get an idea of what happened. But there we have Ares again taking pole by 22 thousandths of a second, John in second, Philip in third, and yeah, then we can see it's keep 3/10 behind Philip. Codor in fifth, he'll try to make a comeback in the race. Martin in sixth, his eSport teammate in seventh, Kelvin Simics in eighth, Triff in ninth, Sancho in 10th, and Kaki is in Bilex and outside the top 10. And let's see if no, this is what. Well, I couldn't see it anyways. It wasn't fast enough, so yeah, unfortunately, we have right now we have 12 people, I believe, in the stream. So welcome to all of you. And yeah, someone asking what happened to Martin, not sure. Ares coated. Noah surprised by Ares. And Davy William saying this race will be exciting. I have to completely agree with you there, mate. To be honest, I think it's gonna be insane, and as we can see, dry race. I mean, probably we all expected this. And let's see. Right now I have to say thank you, because we have more viewers than in F5, probably because in F5 is all decided. And right now in F6 we have a championship fight going on, so thank you to all of you that have tuned in. And meanwhile in F1, as always, having really good numbers, 50 spectators. So I mean, I understand. Hopefully the championship will be decided and we'll get all the viewers for the final round. It's that too much asking? Probably it is, but anyways. Right now on formation lap, let's see what drivers have decided about strategy. I mean, here should be a soft hards. If you start outside the top 10, should be a medium. You should start on mediums, but as we can see, Kaki, Symbolics, and Elm go on hards. So yeah, everyone's starting outside the top 10 on hards, and yeah, the top 10 on softs. So definitely not. We don't have surprises about the strategy. Heavy rain expected in lap 12 to 15. Oh, so that can change everything, to be honest. I mean, if that's the case, I don't know why people have gone on hards, because you can easily do that on mediums, but hey, maybe they expect it later on, but we'll have to keep an eye. I mean, just before we go green, we go back to racing, let's remember that we have a three-way battle for the championship. Philip, who is currently in third, has 74 points, so he's leading the championship. I mean, if the race ended this way, right, Ares would actually get 1 point behind Philip, and Jom would actually be 2 points behind. No, actually, would be 3 points behind Philip. So yeah, everything is quite close. Philip with 74, Jom with 69. Nice number, to be honest. And Ares the King with 67. So what else can you ask for? As we can see, the game giving us the predicted pit stop strategy. One stop, soft to hards. That's the only thing that they're going to get right. And then we have a two stop, which I don't think it's not going to be the case, as we can see. And if we have the race, the rain involved in the race, some people have pointed out earlier, then they should be even more exciting. So as we can see, everyone getting into the grid. I think a Mercedes got ahead. I mean, so he's gonna wait a lot until everyone get settled. So 12 spectators, but only 5 likes. Come on, guys, raise that number up just for the championship fight we're having and everything. I think it's deserved. So, don't give dislike, of course. But yeah, anyways, there we go, 6 likes. Thank you to that guy who listened to me. I appreciate it. But anyways, the light hopefully won't happen as last week that we had to restart. No, there we go. So it seems like we're going green. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5. Vamos, 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 and the race is underway. As we can see, the McLaren having a really bad start. The Red Bull trying to have a really good run. And look at that, the Ferrari overtaking Philip. Philip having a really dreadful start, but right now Ares again is who takes the lead. And the Ferrari could have 2 moves on 2 corners as he tries to go around the outside on the McLaren at the moment. Really clean start, I have to say. No contact between drivers and no damage. And as we can see, the straight line speed shown by the Ferrari as he's able to get second. The McLaren trying to hold on the position on the braking zone, but he's not able, and the Ferrari is now up to second. So really good start, and Ares could have the perfect chance to try and escape from these guys, as I don't know if Skip is gonna have the pace to try and catch up to the Red Bull. But anyways, meanwhile behind we have Trim and Symix fighting up for position as the Mercedes went sideways at the exit of the chicane. Let's see, is he still sideways trying to go around the outside? That's not going to work. And the Alfa Romeo trying to find a gap. But look at that, the traction by the Mercedes getting back the position. And he's going to earn the position back just before the castle section. So the Mercedes losing the position to the Racing Point, but being able to get it back to Sancho. So really good move by the Mercedes. And that's him up to P9. So right now I don't think no one has damage. And everyone has been quite cautious with the ERS, except the Red Bull, who is trying to escape. And we can see the straight line speed at the moment. I don't know if, yeah, the Ferrari has used a little bit of ERS, which has allowed the Red Bull to not escape. But let's see, because look at that. I mean, for sure, Jom and Philip don't want that Ferrari, you know, in their way. I mean, probably they want to have a fair fight with Ares. And as we can see, the leaderboard glitching a little bit. Hopefully it won't affect the way we are seeing the race. But let's see, right now the McLaren could have a really good run. Let's see if he's able to catch the Ferrari, which is currently showing as the leader. But you can see that that's not right. We can see the Ferrari locking up a lot. I mean, I don't know what the gap is like, but I think he's losing time to the Red Bull. I might be wrong. He might be in the DRS range, but we can see everyone locking up a lot. Meanwhile, we can see that the race is straight. I mean, we can see 1.1 is the gap between the leader and second place. That right now is the Ferrari driver, but behind we have Kelvin losing a lot of time, and meanwhile Philip gap is glitched. I mean, he's quite close, but not as close as the game shows us. So Let's see what he does, because it seems like he has more pace. We can see, I mean, in quali we could see he was not touching, I mean, he was not having the run he wanted through that curve. So it seems like for the race he doesn't have the confidence to go over it, and he's trying to avoid it. And we'll see if that's going to cost him time, or it's going to be the opposite way, if he's going to gain time. And as we can see, we have safety car, Simics crashed. What a weird spot to crash. So this could change everything. Let's see. The Ferrari is speeding, everyone is speeding, everyone in softs is speeding, so this is going to change everything. Right now, Khalil, Sainz, and Armin are going to be ahead. Let's see on what tire they go, because if there's rain involved, they could go in mediums. Right now it seems like everyone thinks, oh my god, the Ferrari really stuck there. Let's see if anyone, I mean, this is going to change positions for sure, because everyone going into the pits. It seems like Ares hasn't been affected at all. And just like happened, just as it happened last week, well, no, in Canada it was, Philip once again blocked by his teammate. So that's, yeah, I mean, everything going against him. Right now he has to keep calm. I mean, he knows he has the pace probably, and he has to take it easy. He knows that he's leading the championship. Right now he has some people ahead who could be fighting, and surprisingly, at least for me, we have the Ferrari who pitted, I mean, the one who was on hards, who has now fitted the medium compound, and we have Sainz as well. Kelvin instead, he didn't go to hards, he went to for mediums, and meanwhile the only one who has stayed out is Kyle. So if there's rain involved, I mean, this is gonna be interesting, because if there's rain involved, I don't know what the Ferrari pitted, or even the Alfa Romeo. I mean, from Sainz and EMLN. Quite an interesting call, but yeah. Yeah, Sargent was pointing out that the Ferrari was doing Ares a really good favor. Yeah, I have to agree there, but right now Ares has jumped behind, so everything is back to how it started. So will be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I know, Peter, that they are going on hards because of that, but in 10-15 minutes. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see right now, because I think the right call was to go on medium. So if Kelvin has the pace, I think he could make some position. So I didn't expect more people to be in the fight for the win rather than Ares, Yoma, and Philip, but it seems like Skip could have the pace maybe, and Kelvin on mediums will be one to watch out. So let's see what happens. Yeah, the Haas will be leading the pack. I have to say, probably he has done the right call staying out on hards. I think, as I said earlier, Sainz and the Ferrari driver should have done the same, but they decided to bid for mediums. Let's see how it works out, and if they have the pace to make the positions. Yeah, Peter Bonington saying Mets are the best choice for now. I agree. I mean, it was the right call. And to be honest, if I was Philip, I don't understand why he pitted for hards. I mean, he knew he was going to be double stack. Well, at least do something different. I'll never understand his strategies, because in Canada he pitted on the same lap as his teammate. Then I believe next race, the following race, he had a similar issue. So I don't think he has been doing the right calls, which in the end could cost him the championship, but hopefully it won't be the case. And right now 15 people watching, only 7 likes. Let's try and raise the number, shall we? But yeah, lap 4, safety car should go in this lap, so hopefully we'll get the notification soon. Oh my god, that was a crack and a half. But we'll forget about that crack in my voice. And it's gonna be the Haas leading. I mean, what's gonna happen? Will he try to defend hard? What will he? Because he could be on a really good position for a really to get a win, or at least a podium. So let's see what happens. It's also gonna be interesting to see safety car in this lap. By the way, it's gonna be also interesting to see who's gonna have the better setup for the rain, because it seems like we'll have half of the race on dry, half of the race on wet. So yeah, setups could be quite decisive. So let's see what happens. Safety car in this lap. The Haas will be the one who decides when to make the restart. So let's see. The thing with more common sense is probably to start as less as possible, but he has done the opposite. So he's already started, and it seems like he's trying to escape using a lot of ERS, but at the moment the gap is about 7/10, so it seems like he has achieved what he tried. And meanwhile behind, look at that, because the Ferrari was ahead, tried to get down the inside on the McLaren. The McLaren probably know what he wanted, as he has lost the position, but he's still side by side. But at the moment it doesn't seem like he has the straight line speed, but let's see if he can have a better run. Meanwhile behind, Saint Balix making the overtake on the Ferrari, so he's gonna try and make the overtake, but as we can see, the McLaren once again losing the position to the Ferrari, and he's gonna try and see what he can do, because he will not be happy about it. He knows that Philip is in a bad position, that he can try and gain some points on the leader, because if things stay this way, I mean, Jump doesn't mind. I mean, he wouldn't mind that Ares is in second, because he would still be ahead of the Red Bull driver, I believe. So it will be interesting to see how standings play a part on this race. As we can see right now, everyone going through the castle section, everyone going quite clean without touching the wall. And yeah, we can see that the Ferrari in last position, losing time. I don't know if he has damage or what, but yeah, he's not feeling confident around here. Maybe he's trying to go to finishing the points, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. But anyways, we can see Kelvin is not having the pace, because in the second sector, that is where you should have the advantage, you know, on those tires. He hasn't been able to get that advantage, and he's actually well, almost outside DRS. Meanwhile, the Ferrari falling back and not able to catch the Red Bull. So once again, he's deciding the race, and we can see Ares getting the fastest lap at the moment. So let's see what pace he can carry for the rest of the race, as he's right now really close to the Haas ahead, but he doesn't have DRS until next lap. Meanwhile, John, same situation. I think he will make the overtake once DRS is enabled. And meanwhile behind, we don't have any fight going on or any possible overtake that could be done. I mean, we have Martin really close. I mean, he's 3/10 behind Sancho, trying to get a really good run. I mean, he was ahead earlier on, so technically he should have a better pace, but let's see what he's able to show. Trying to have a really good run through the castle section, but I don't think it's going to be possible, and he pushes the Alfa Romeo into the wall, who gets damaged, and it might be enough for a virtual safety car, but it's not. And for sure that McLaren will get a penalty for that, because he risked it too much. And we can see, oh my god, that Alfa Romeo closing in too much, and we can see once again the McLaren hitting the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo for sure not being happy, and I know there's something going on ahead. Kelvin getting back, but this is saucy, this is juicy. And we can see the Alfa Romeo letting the McLaren by. Let's see his run through there, as the Alfa Romeo is going to make the overtake side by side. Both of them do not have DRS, so let's see who has the run. I think the Alfa Romeo is going to go into the pits, and that's the right call, as we can see the McLaren behind. No, the Ferrari behind is also making the call into the pits. So both of them say goodbye to this race. Probably they'll try and continue for sure, but yeah, know what they wanted. And meanwhile the McLaren, we can see trying to get that slipstream, not being able to make the overtake. As we can see, he'll have to wait for the straight, but somehow the Ferrari was able to catch back, and look at that, he's in DRS range once again. So let's see if he's able to hold that pace and to not lose DRS, because probably that's what the McLaren is wondering, you know. And we can see, yeah, some action in the pits, but yeah, the Alfa Romeo stays ahead, both on mediums. And let's see what happens, because everyone until 8th are on DRS range. No, actually the racing point is not. So until 7th, up to 7th, everyone is... Oh, look at that, the McLaren trying to go for the move. I don't think he had the room for that. And look at that, because once again the Ferrari has lost DRS, and I think the McLaren needs to make the overtake now. It's now or never. I mean, if he wants to win the race, he has to find a way to make his way up to P3. I don't think it's gonna be easy for sure, but let's see what he does, trying to get a really good run. It's gonna be close. Maybe Kelvin could also have a chance on the Ferrari. Using ERS, now getting DRS should be enough to make the overtake before the corner. And let's see if he's... I mean, I would have used ERS to try and get into DRS on RS, because now you're gonna be on disadvantage, and I'm pretty sure that Kiffe is not gonna mind trying to fight back the position. But let's see the Ferrari trying to have a really good run using ERS. He's gonna have a slipstream. Yeah, I don't think the McLaren is gonna be happy if the Ferrari fight his way back, but we can see the Ferrari being quite cautious. But look at that, Kelvin also quite close. If anyone of the guys ahead make a mistake, he's gonna be there to try and take advantage. But we can see the McLaren trying to make his way back to DRS range, which is not gonna be an easy task. But with Red Bull having a lot of dirty earth through the second sector, it could be a perfect chance to get his way back to that fight as he locks up into the castle section, as I said in quali earlier. Not what you want, because a little lock up and you can go into the wall quite easily. And right now he's just on the edge. If he doesn't get DRS, probably the Ferrari will try and overtake again, and we can see going over the curb. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Let's see his run through this corner, trying to get just on DRS. 1.0 is the gap right now. He's gonna use ERS through here. Will it be enough? 1.0. Yes, he is. So I think it was enough to be on DRS. Yes, we can see he has DRS. So he did a really great job there. And watch out, because Kodor is quite close from the Haas. Will he try to move around the outside? He's gonna go over the line, over the curb. But let's see if he's able to hold around the outside, because remember that Haas is on mediums, but still he's not able to get the run. And look at that, because Philip is looking tasty. He's trying to get the overtake done as well. And look at that, because the Renault didn't have the exit he wanted. And will the Red Bull try to have a 2-on-1? I don't think so. He's catching back, and we can see a move for the lead. That's RS into P1. Let's see if the Haas is able to keep up. I don't think he's gonna be able, but if he is, he might have a chance to overtake him on the straight. Let's see what he does. Right now 6/10 is the gap that separates them, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It seems like the Red Bull a little bit faster. Let's see if the Haas nails it through the castle section, which he doesn't, and the Red Bull once again gaining time. And meanwhile, oh, we can see something happen there. Virtual safety car, I think. Let's see. Yeah, the Haas has. That was not an intentional pun, but yeah, the Haas plenty of damage in his front wing. Does Philip have damage, because the Racing Point overtook him? Yeah, both of them. So watch out, because this could be painful. This could be painful for the championship. This could be the end for Philip. He will need to pit for sure. I mean, he would be in P10th. No, in P9. No, P10th actually, yeah. P10. So let's see what he does. Oh, he goes into the pits. Well, actually, I'm not sure about the rule. And I think they're going to be just ahead of Sancho and Emil. I mean, they will put softs until the rain arrives. So it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, softs. There we go. I don't know what happened there. I mean, I should have stayed with that battle. And unfortunately, oh, and look at that. Kakil is round, or Kakil was pushed. Either way, Kakil is down to 6. He doesn't have damage, so I don't know if he just went deep on that braking zone or he was hit. But once again, we have Joma and Ares in first and second, so it's gonna be a direct fight between these two, which right now they would be fighting for the championship lead, as Philip is down to 9th. I think he would need a miracle, to be honest. I mean, he would need to nail it with the rain and pit early. But anyways, we'll have to wait and see, because Philip right now has to push and push. I mean, he doesn't care about the tires. He can go until the rain gets into the track. And right now there's not mad fight going on. I mean, Skipper just on the edge of DRS. He's gonna get DRS, I think, and Coder is gonna get as well. So Jom is not gonna have an easy task. Oh, so it seems like the Haas crashed in the castle section and Philip was too close to avoid it. So just bad luck from the Red Bull driver. And as we can see, Martin setting the fastest lap on those hards, but probably will be that fastest lap will be taken by Philip on the next lap. And so it seems like we'll have some drops in the last quarter of the race, and that's yellow flags. Kakil once again, but this time I think he got damaged. No, he didn't. So once again he lost a couple of positions. He doesn't seem comfortable on those settings. Really struggling for grip. And right now the race is quite calm. We can see Coder, you know, trying to keep up with the Ferrari, you know, and try to catch Yom, and probably Yom trying to catch Ares. Probably a little bit of everything here. Look at that, because Balix, who I don't know if he has damage. It seems like it. So the Haas right now looking on a potential move on this corner. Let's see what he does. Is he going for the move? No, he stays behind, but look at that. Alfa Romeo locking up everywhere and tries to cover the inside. I don't think he's gonna give that position up easily, but the Haas is gonna have the run. I don't know if the Alfa Romeo will try to give DRS to the Haas. I think the Haas is just gonna stick behind and try. Oh, look at that. Who will take? Will the Alfa Romeo be clever enough? I think it was the Haas who took DRS. Maybe not. Maybe none of them, because this game is stupid. But look at that. Balix gives up and he's gonna go into the pits. He thinks that it's worth it to go into the pits despite the rain hitting in a few lap time. Oh, and look at that, Coder going down the inside. Both of them lock up. I don't know if I think the Ferrari hit the wall and they're still trying to fight for the position. Let's see what the Renault or the Spanish driver has in mind, trying to gain the position. Seems like he has a better run through here, but we can see the Ferrari getting a really good traction at the exit of that corner, but the Renault not giving up that easily. And look at that, the gap from 1 second that they were, both of them, to 2.5. So that fight has costed them quite a lot of time. And not gonna lie, the race right now looking quite comfortable for Ares. Although Philip, bit by bit, I mean, being quite objective, I think he could end up in 6th or even in 5th. I think he could have the pace to maybe be there. Well, maybe not 5th, but yeah, 6th, 7th could be the target to maybe not lose that many points for the championship. But we can see Coder losing a lot of time, and once again Skipper, I don't know how, he has gained a lot to jump. I don't know if he hit a wall or something, because this could be decisive. And he has. The McLaren has damage. So that's the McLaren gone for the win, and he will now try to protect that 2nd place as much as he can. But oh my god, that damage, it's a lot of damage. So he will try to keep himself on track until the race until the rain hits, but it's gonna be really difficult. Well, I mean, SR123, Peter Bonington is Mercedes engineer. Well, Bonington actually. So he's aware of everything. But anyways, now getting back on what concerns us. We can see RS leading by 4 seconds as the McLaren has damage, as we called out earlier. And let's see, because now he's gonna have a really difficult task ahead, and Philip is gonna have a really good chance to catch back on these laps until the rain comes, which at the moment doesn't seem like the rain has hit the track yet, but it's about a lap or two, so will be interesting to see. But we can see the Ferrari now getting a really good run. He's gonna have DRS, and he's gonna use all his ERS probably to make the overtake. Let's see what he does. Or probably he'll wait for the second straight, but gaining a lot of time through the straight. And let's see, getting a really good exit, or well, stable car we can see. And now I think he's gonna have an easy overtake. John probably will go with everything. I think the Ferrari is gonna wait. Maybe he's not interested in making the move, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, he's gonna lose a lot of time in the second sector. That's why I think he should have made the overtake earlier. But let's see what he does, because right now Triff, Martin have a good chance to maybe catch up a little bit. I'm not saying that they're gonna catch up, but yeah, to try and reduce the gap, you know, and maybe do an undercut with the rain, you know, just nail it with a strategy. But right now, as you can see, a three-way battle for P2. And meanwhile, RS probably having one of the most comfortable races that I've ever seen in league racing. And as we can see, the rain is already on track, as Peter Bonington mentioned earlier on the comment section. So we'll be interested to see when it's gonna start hitting more heavily. And let's see, because a Ferrari could be up for a move here as he tries to make the position on the McLaren, but it's not gonna be close enough. Trying to get a really good run. And let's see what he does. 3/10 is the gap that separates them. Will the Ferrari go for the move? I mean, the smart thing would be to stay behind, but he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go around the outside, but I think he has been able to make the move just before the corner. But let's see if the McLaren is done with it, or he's gonna try and fight back, as he's gonna have another chance here with DRS. Not the exit he wanted, as he's 5/10 behind, but with ERS and maybe some DRS, he could catch back. But no, I don't think he's gonna try it. And Codor is gonna be the next driver to try something. And as we can see, the rain getting heavier and heavier, but still not enough to go on wet tires. Meanwhile, Philip catching probably in the second sector. He will definitely catch the Haas, and I don't know where will he try to move. I see he loses the back end a little bit, and let's see where he tries to move. I mean, trying to push as much as he can. As we can see, Saint Balix being the first to make the call, trying to go for inters. I think it's way too early, but we'll have to wait and see if it's the right call. At least, I mean, I'm gonna put the leader cap, because it's gonna be interesting to see if Saint Balix gains time or not. That's gonna be what's gonna decide probably once enough to go to inters. But as we can see, Philip MD, the doctor, calling in, and quite close from the Haas, as he locks up everywhere. The rain is getting heavier and heavier. I mean, at any point it could be to pit. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if guys ahead pit. Jump really close from the Ferrari. He could try and go for the move as no one pits. Will Codor pit? No, they stay out. So no one, I mean, they cannot risk it, to be honest. They are fighting for podium. So the right thing is not to to make a bad call. And as we can see, it's Kiefer going really deep, and I think one that has made a mistake is a racing point because he's overtaken. Look at that. Yellow flags in sector 2 is the Alfa Romeo into the wall. Could that be a safety car? At the moment doesn't seem like it. No, he's back to track, and we can see the McLaren having some issues as he was not able to defend, but we can see the Red Bull is now ahead and trying to gain time, and as we can see, Sainz losing a lot of time, so it's not for Inters yet. So really bad call by the Alfa Romeo driver, as I said earlier. It was too early. But look at that. Somehow both of them are struggling a lot. And we can see, oh! And the leader is off. The leader has crashed into the castle section. This changes everything. I don't know how much damage he has, but this is gonna change everything because Azerbaijan, Yom have damage. Philip is the one that it seems like he could have a word on this race. And let's see how big the damage is. Oh no, he's going into the wall. That could be the end. And the Ferrari gets damaged as well. Everyone is getting damaged. What's happening in here? Yom sees the chance and he gets it, and now he's down the inside. Takes P2 when he could be up to P1 if they do not make a pit stop right now. I mean, I think the track could be, seeing how drivers are struggling, they could be into the pits at any time soon. And Ares is out, and now a BSC is out. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Kodor. And I think the McLaren is making the... Oh, and look at that, that's illegal by Skiffe. He has cut the line. I don't think Kodor has. So Skiffe is gonna get a 5-second. Oh my god, what happened there? Ares could be saying goodbye to his chances. But watch out, because I mean, Martin could be gaining some places at the McLaren. No, not Martin, because Martin was again double stacking. But let's see. I think the McLaren has been overtaken. No. The Racing Point has to yet make the pit stop. But this is going to be a four-way battle or even more. As we can see, everyone, I mean, Kodor had a chance, you know, to be in first. But that contact with the Red Bull, which is so unfair, to be honest. Not what they wanted, and Saint Balix getting a drive-through penalty, unfortunately. And Philip now into 5th, and he has a really big chance. He didn't have front-wing damage. He's only 6 seconds behind the leader. He could have a chance to redeem himself. What seemed like a 3-way battle is going to be a 2-way battle into the final round, because if things stay this way with 6 points, I believe, right now it was 7. Yeah, I mean, Ares would need a miracle. However, Yum could still have a really good chance, which is interesting. And everyone making the right call, going into the pits. Unfortunately, Martin double stack once again, just like he did in the pits. And I mean, the McLaren right now, I think he has to feel confident. I mean, confident about it, because the Ferrari will have a penalty for sure. That was a really bad entry. I mean, SR, maybe he could be talking about TAS, the TAS system, you know, that they are using in F1 and they are using in PC, which helps you, you know, to see the strategy and everything, which is done by an IGK guy, I think it was. But yeah, we can see conditions are starting to get worse. Right now the fight we have is for first place. John trying to keep up with Skip. What a name, to be honest. Couldn't you get it easier? But anyways, Skip trying to escape from the McLaren, but he needs a 5-second gap to the McLaren. And Philip not cutting. I mean, he's 6.3, as we can see. He's... Oh, so heavy rain is incoming, so we could go into wets. Will be interested to see, because if situation was tricky on dries, let's see on intermediates with the wet, I mean with extreme rain incoming, it could be even more trickier. So let's see what happens right now. It seems like Jom is gaining a little bit of time in this section of the track. I see, oh my god, that was high ref. And let's see, really slow through here. Philip falling back to 7 seconds. .1 is the gap that separates them. Oh my god, massive lockup. Somehow the McLaren gained some time here. Let's see what he's able to do. And let's see. Someone is gonna be lapped. Balix. Just so unfortunate by Ares, to be honest. Oh, and we can see someone into the pits hit the wall. That's Balix, who crashed in the pit entry. And I don't think that's gonna cause a safety car. So we are clear. Yeah, right now I have to say the race is pretty dead, but look at that, the Red Bull really getting a really good exit there. But oh my god, the exit from the racing point, that's insane. He's able to escape from the Red Bull. So somehow the racing point escaping at the moment from the pressure done by the Red Bull. And 7 laps remaining, and right now we have a really interesting point here because the standings. Okay, I'm gonna take a look on the standings. Give me a second. Right now, Phillips 74 points. He would be currently 5th with 6 points. That would be 80 points. The thing is, Jom in 2nd with 12 points. He would be 2 points ahead. Or actually, he would be 1 point ahead. So he would be 81 points. So they would go to the final round with 1 point. But as I said, Jom could report the Ferrari, and the Ferrari could get 5-second time penalty for cutting the line at the pit entry. So no need at all for the McLaren to make a move if he's gonna report it. Meanwhile, Kodor seemed like he didn't have the pace. I mean, it would be a totally different situation if he didn't pit. I mean, not if he didn't pit, if he didn't get that 5-second time penalty, would have been completely different because he would have been ahead of Joma and Skipfe, who had damage. But let's see if maybe contact happens. Yeah. Oh, and look at this. I didn't realize about this fight going on. De Haas trying to get an overtake on the McLaren, almost going deep into braking. But let's see, De Haas trying to find a space, you know, a small gap to try and make the overtake on the McLaren as he's losing a little bit of time. Martin probably quite frustrated after today's race because twice he has been blocked by his teammate in the pits. I mean, nothing he could do, to be honest. I mean, he had to pit or it would be too late, you know. He would even lose more time. But yeah, it's just outrageous, you know, when you have a teammate and you have those situations where you know, you encounter your teammate in the pits. So unfortunate. But yeah, oh, and the Haas gets damage from that probably. I mean, if it doesn't get damaged, would be quite lucky. Maybe he didn't, well, or he got minor damage. Let's see on the braking zone if they, doesn't seem like he got damage there. Oh, and watch out, yellow flags in sector 2. That's the Alfa Romeo round. And he's trying to get back. Could that be a safety car? No, it's not. I mean, yesterday in F9, I caused a safety car by losing the car just at the exit of that corner after the castle section, and I lost the whole front wing. And somehow the game decided it was worth it a safety car. So yeah, weirdest things we've seen. Meanwhile, here we can see the Haas trying to get the position on the McLaren, but it's not gonna be easy. Let's see if he's able to gain time on the braking. Oh, the McLaren goes deep. I don't know if he has damage, but look at that, going side by side through turn 2. Let's see who brakes later. Oh, the McLaren locks up and he could be into the wall, but he gives the space. Let's see what the exit is like. And he doesn't have the exit at all, and he loses a lot of time. And he has damage on the right end plate, so that's why he had a really bad entry on that corner and went really deep. That's the reason. And yeah, that's the Haas up to 6. Let's see if Philip is able to make the overtake on Triff, because right now could be crucial for the championship. And look at that! He crashed at the exit, and that could perfectly be a safe... No, never mind. Yesterday happened as well, and that wasn't a safety car. So yeah, the game is not gonna give it as a safety car. What a place to crash. And Philip is now up to 4th. So Philip in the end could be fighting for a podium. So right now this could be crucial, because with Yom taking the win, Ares is definitely out of contention. And depending on where Philip, if Philip finishes 3rd, Yom could be up by 1 point. So right now this is crucial. With 5 laps to go, we have the leader in 4th, but he would be overtaken in the standings by the McLaren driver. So let's see what happens. The Red Bull knows that he has to make a move. Right now it's crucial for the race and for the championship. If he wants, if he wants to depend on his own, if he doesn't want to depend on what John does, he needs to make that overtake. So let's see what happens right now. I'm gonna read the comments, because right now we have a really hard fight. And it seems like we have almost a 60% moisture, which would mean that it's heavy rain time, which in case of a safety car, which won't happen because it's lap 22 already and I don't think a crash will happen. In case of a safety car, that could be interesting to see who would go on the extreme wets. But let's see what happens. Right now the Red Bull looking really close at the back of the racing point, trying to find a way to make the overtake work, but I don't think he has the straight line speed. To be honest, Triff quite missing the whole race, but when it mattered the most, he has been up there, and right now defending from the Red Bull. Let's see what the exit is like. Trying to get a really good run through these 2 corners. And I have to say, I think that was a pretty decent run, but 6/10 is quite a lot, and without DRS, I don't think the move is gonna be possible. The Red Bull still trying, and we can see he gained quite a lot. Let's see on the braking zone, he gains again a lot of time, and he gets quite close here. But it's not enough. It's not enough, and he will have to try something different, because as you can see, the racing point again and again getting better exit. And it's true that maybe the Red Bull is getting better straight line speed at some points, but not being able to get a good exit though. So right now the race will be decided for sure on the final lap. Not the race, but the podium spot, which could be decisive for the championship fight. So yeah, technically now, if someone pitted for wet tires, they would be faster. And we can see the racing point going deep, and that could be a perfect chance for the Red Bull to try and put the pressure on the racing point. But will he try the overtake? No, he doesn't, of course. That's a pretty difficult part to try the overtake. But yeah, they might not go to wet tires, but with wet conditions right now, extreme wet conditions, a simple mistake could cost a lot of time. I mean, so we'll have to keep an eye if anyone bottles or cracks under pressure. And luckily for the Red Bull, that hit to the wall was not strong enough to cause damage. But let's see, could this be the run? He's quite close. He has to run through these corners, trying to go full throttle, but at the moment it's not possible. And look at that, because he's getting the slipstream, he's getting a really good straight line speed. He could try and go for the move on turn 1 with 2 laps remaining. And let's see, he's closer than ever. He could maybe try and sneak down the inside on turn 3, but it won't be easy though, because the Racing Point has had really good exit always on turn 2. So let's see. No, not close enough. So 2 laps remain, well, 3 laps with this one, and the Red Bull looking desperate for a move. So let's see. Right now, the Racing Point at the moment keeping the position. Yellow flags in sector 1. That someone is at the back, which is Santo. What matters is if someone bottles now. And we can see the Red Bull not having the best of the runs through the castle section, which right now wouldn't allow him to have a run and try the overtake on the Racing Point. Everyone supporting the LFR eSport driver. And the Red Bull hits once again the wall, but I don't think he got damage from that hit. Once again, quite lucky. 7/10. Oh, and actually this changes everything. I mean, Philip got the fastest lap on the softs, so this could change. I mean, he could still depend. I mean, if he wins, doesn't matter what Jump does. He could. I mean, he's not in a bad position at all. For, I mean, we'll do some calculations at the end of the race, but he couldn't. I mean, he might not be in a bad position after all, but definitely making the overtake on the Racing Point and with fastest lap, that could be. I mean, they would be on equal points. So that could be crucial. So let's see. This could be the final attempt. The Red Bull trying to get a really good exit right now, trying to save as much ERS as possible. Conditions are quite tricky, so probably the leader trying to take it as easy as possible, try to make little mistakes. So, well, no mistakes at all, so he doesn't end in the wall. So right now the McLaren approaching the castle section. If it doesn't go wrong, he will have 1 lap remaining and 1 more approach to the castle section. And as we can see here, the Red Bull trying everything to try and be on equal points with Jom. Going really close to the walls, trying to get a really good exit. He's really trying his best. He knows it's now or never. He uses some ERS on here, which I think he shouldn't do. He should focus on the corners, because he's gaining a lot here, and he's going deep, as we can see the Racing Point going over the curb. Meanwhile, as Philip, as he has always done, and the McLaren is on the wall, but that's Martin. That's Martin in the wall, the wrong McLaren. I mean, if Yom went into the wall, that would be drama. And as we can see, it's now or never. The Red Bull will definitely have to run through here. He's gonna have ERS. He's gonna. Let's see what he does. He's using a lot of overtake. I don't think it's the right call. Stop using it. Yeah, definitely using a lot of ERS. And as we can see here, the Racing Point goes side by side. The Red Bull trying to make the move. He almost makes contact. And I don't think after that he's gonna try again. I think the Red Bull could have managed it better. And sorry if you hear that sound at the background, but it's the telephone ringing. So I hope it stops soon. and it doesn't disturb the stream that much. Cotter doesn't have damage, but he's taking it quite easy, to be honest, because he has lost a lot of time to Trafe and Philip. But anyways, we are into the final couple of corners. John is gonna be the man who's gonna take the win today. To be honest, deserved win. He did quite a smart race, although he got damaged and that could have changed everything. So let's see, we'll keep an eye on the fight behind. I mean, I'm sorry, but a fight on the championship is going on, so we're gonna go immediately on board with these guys. As we can see, he crosses a finish line, he's gonna take first. So that's the win for the McLaren. Congratulations. And let's see what Philip does, because Philip right now using all his ERS, trying to use all his run. With DRS probably this move would have been easier, but he's not gonna be able to make it, and he's gonna finish in 4th and 7 points. So that's 2 points. John right now leads the championship by 2 points, and everything will be decided in the final race, in the final round of the season. Unfortunately, Ares, who probably would have won the race quite easily, bottled and cracked under pressure, because that race was his. So that's gonna be from 3 drivers who could have gone into the final run with chances. There's gonna be only 2 drivers going into the final round with chances. Martin, well, actually they has finished 5th. Nice race by him, to be honest. He started on 11th, if I'm not mistaken. Kelvin, well, Martin in 6th. Kelvin quite close behind in 7th. Sanchez gonna finish 8th, and the Ferrari is gonna finish 9th. GG's to all of them, because at least they didn't retire, you know, they managed to finish the race, so congratulations. So this has been everything for today. Next week there will be interviews, to be honest. Next week there will be interviews. So we can see there the McLaren driver celebrating their win. So really good race, I have to say. I mean, it was not the most exciting race, I expected it better, but it was a decent race, and this is the result. John takes the win. Congratulations to him. Really smart drive, really good. Coro Ningolo in 2nd. Despite that 5-second time penalty, he was able to keep 2nd place, so congratulations to him. Deserved after what happened in Japan. Triff in 3rd. He GG to him as well, deserved. He defended quite well against Philip. The Doctor in 4th. Will be interesting to see what happened next week, but probably will have Ares trying to help his teammate for sure. Kaki in 5th, as I said earlier, deserved top 5. Martin finished where he started in 6th. Kelvin in 7th, Santo in 8th, Ermin in 9th, and Skipve in 10th. And yeah, outside Symbalix, Areseking and Cymix. And one thing, McLaren still have a chance in the constructors. I mean, they would have right now 21 points. Well, actually 21 points against 6 points, which would make the gap go down 15 points. So if the gap goes down 15 points, the gap right now is 20 points. So I mean, they would need a miracle, John and Martin. I mean, they would need Ares and Philip probably to DNF, and John and Martin. I mean, Martin would need to do the race that he hasn't done in the whole season. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage. But we have both championships still alive, the constructors and the drivers. So it's going to be insane. So this has been everything for today. Thank you for watching. Has been a really good race. Next week there will be interviews. Maybe I'm thinking if they are fine with it, I might do some interviews before the race just to see how both of them are doing. And yeah, this has been everything for today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through the whole live stream. This has been Paco Suarez. Follow me on Twitter, psuarez_19. Also follow Premier Sim _ GL. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I said the Twitter correctly, but never mind. I mean, you probably know it. So we'll be back next week. So thank you for watching, and hasta la próxima. Ciao.